Hi, my name is Lee Thiessen. I'm the National Leader for Real Estate Construction, and it's my pleasure to introduce our risk series on cybersecurity. Inside of cybersecurity nowadays, it's not if, it's when our clients will be attacked. It's about their reputational risk and how the market perceives them. This all affects you, and we look forward to talking about this.
Every organization is susceptible to cyber attacks and cyber breaches. There is no organization that's not. And some of the areas, around, ransomware, phishing attacks, vulnerabilities within vulnerable software, everybody is exposed to that, and everybody has those types of issues. What we focus with executives and boards and managers that are managing those areas is what are the risks that are really important to that business. If you can tie in the risks, and you can tie in the types of controls that you have and the types of issues that are out there, and are there threats that exist against those risks, what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to focus your business on those areas.
When you're considering your overall security program, it's important to implement controls to prevent a breach from happening. But probably equally as important is to implement processes and procedures to control what happens if and when you actually do get breached. Security controls aren't foolproof, and really at some point there will be controls that fail and you will experience a breach.
Security's got to be a holistic solution. It's got to be applied across the board, both for third parties, for the whole IoT of things, for smart devices, connected devices. They have to be treated as if they're regular workstations that need to be updated and need to be secured.
What you want to do is make sure that you have in place appropriate policies and procedures so your staff understand how to manage these incidents when it happens.
There might be plans, there might be strategic plans and roadmaps that you really don't want your competitor to have an eye with. There might be RFPs that you're preparing to go out to bid with, and if someone else finds out about them, they may be able to undercut. In the risk area, when we see a breach, we break down the loss into different types, and one of those types of loss is competitive advantage. Some of the sectors we work in, competitive advantage doesn't make a lot of sense. In real estate, definitely that's a possibility, right? You could have a competitor who now, based upon information leaked in that breach, might be able to do something that they weren't able to do before, and you're not able to respond.
When you talk reputational risk, let's hypothetically talk about a large high-rise in Canada. Pick one. We all know what they are in your jurisdictions. But if you have a pension fund or a public company that owns this asset, they want to make sure that that building's safe for their occupants and safe for their investors. Hypothetically, when you take a look at IP addresses and you take a look at the vulnerability of these in the marketplace, you can actually envision people getting in and shutting elevators down. You can get them opening magnetic lock systems, you can get them turning on lights, you can get them getting into your power grid, and you can basically jeopardize the safety of your building. That is incumbent of the owner, developer, holder of this real estate to ensure that their buildings are safe in the marketplace when the occupants come in the morning and leave at night.
So ransomware essentially is where you go to a malicious website and download some sort of content that encrypts all the files on your machine, or you get emailed some malicious content that you open and execute, and it encrypts everything in your machine. It can come in the form of PDF documents, Word files, Excel documents that have some sort of active content that exploit a vulnerability. Once that machine is encrypted, the only way, for the most part, is to pay the criminals, essentially, the ransom fee in order to get the key to decrypt all the files on your machine.
Recently, healthcare got hit repeatedly, over and over and over again, and they got hit, and they took it very seriously. The criminals are being very smart about it, though, and they are keeping the ransoms low so that you're just going to pay. And you need your data. Your business can't function if you don't have your data, so it's the easiest thing for you to do is just pay it. So that's what we're seeing.
I'm going to give a lot of credit to the sophisticated real estate community. They get this. They don't want to be a victim. They're going to be proactive. They're going to want to be able to report into their operating or boards that they're being active. Yeah, you can't mitigate anything in particular, but you can certainly be proactive. That's where we come in. We come in to assist and partner.